everyone. Before I start off this video, I would just like to thank all of those commenters telling me about, the situation with transferring Pokemon in or out of Legends ZA. I generally did not know that the transfer feature only becomes available after at least a month since the game came out. I think that's what they said about that, so thank you guys for pointing it out to me. I genuinely did not know that was a thing, so I had to take that video down because I was like, oh, I probably shouldn't be saying these things, it might be spreading misinformation around, so that's the reason why the video was deleted off the face of the earth. Once the transfer feature becomes available in that game, I will of course review it for you guys and let you know what I found on the community post tab, so do keep out an eye on that, alright? Okay, thank you, and now let's get into your regularly scheduled program. Hello everyone, welcome back to this series. I know it's been a little while since I've done it. It's mostly because, well, I've been spending days upon days constantly grinding in order to get cobblestone. Now, there is something that I do want to say right off the bat, and that is I'm going to actually put this series to bed, simply because it's absolute torture spending day after day grinding for cobblestone and stuff like that. I just simply cannot do it anymore. So I would like to apologize for that. However, if you would like to do this challenge for yourself, you are more than free to do so. But as you can see, this right here is days upon me grinding for cobblestone. And even then, I'm still not sure if this is going to be enough to completely fill this wall, but I suppose we are going to find out, aren't we? So, there we go. I forgot to put some dirt in there, and why do I need some dirt? It's just for some climbing, that's all. I don't like to waste cobblestone on things like that. Okay, there we go. Let's get moving. So yeah, this will be the last episode that I'll do. So yeah, I just can't do it anymore. Even I have to admit that this is like the world's most boring thing. So it just has to stop, basically. I'll go back to doing the other challenge where I try to get as many advancements as possible. I think that one's a lot more fun than whatever and if this one is. Right, here we go. Once I completely put down these cobblestone and the ones in the chest still, that is when all of this will end. I know there's probably a few of you who wanted to see the last build of this, but I am tired. Very, very tired. I'm like, you guys only get to see this part of the build, right, where I already have all the resources, but on my end it's pain. I suppose it reminds us of why creative mode is so important to Super Flat Worlds, because it just gives you all of the resources you'll ever need to build whatever on earth it is that you're making. So I've come to appreciate it a lot more now. And all it took was this particular challenge draining my soul, basically. That's all it took. Sorry, I'm doing that thing again where I'm focusing too hard on something and it stops me from speaking. I tend to have that habit, you know. Don't know why. But mostly because I'm not too sure what to speak of. That's also a problem. Also, I'm still waiting for some mods to come over to the latest version of Minecraft for the Copper Golem. At the moment, there's only a few of them. Like, for example, my absolute favorite, Mouse Tweaks, wasn't there. I was honestly surprised. But I'm sure it will be in a few days. I've not messed around with the newest features too much. Mostly because I don't know how much the Copper Golem changes, to be fair. I think it's only a very minor change, maybe. I don't know. One thing is for certain is that once I do a little survival on my own and get the Copper Golem to sort out my stuff, that'll be fun then. And it also finally gives you a reason to actually gather copper now. Although there is a small part of me that wonders whether or not it will be worth your time gathering copper for just that kind of stuff. Like, I don't know how useful copper tools are yet. Like, are they good? Are they bad? Are they are they an improvement over stone? You guys will have to let me know. Because I've not really done anything on the newer version of Minecraft. Mostly because the mods are for older versions, right? That's just how it is. They work on the old versions, so I'm going to be playing the older versions. Oh. Also, I'm gonna make another video on Legend ZA one day to discuss the DLC once it's released, I think. Or is it already released? I don't have any clue. Yes, I would like to apologize in advance because yes, I did get it, therefore I am a part of the problem. I told Nintendo that it was perfectly okay. So, yeah. I deserve whatever I get for that. I mean, you could say I could make that age-old excuse of saying, oh, I did it so you don't have to, but let's be honest here. I shouldn't have got it in the first place. Because the base game of Legend ZA was not even worth that price, so what do you think the DLC is going to be like? I will admit, though, that I did like the ending bit of Legend ZA. I'm not going to say too much about it, obviously, because that is spoilers, but I did like the final fight. That was pretty cool. I'm still a little bit mixed, though, on a certain Pokemon that does get a new evolution, and I'm not sure if I like the way that it looks. I'm not going to say which Pokemon that is, but place your guesses in the comments below. I will maybe answer, maybe I won't, I don't know, because, again, it is spoilers. Although most people wouldn't care too much for spoilers in Legend ZA, because a lot of people don't already like it. And I see what I mean. There are some parts of the game that I feel like, well, actually, no, I won't mention it again. I've already said everything I wanted to say in my review of the game, so I just won't repeat myself. I'll start also reviewing some new stuff and theory crafting on whatever. I've got some scripts planned, and not scripts, sorry. I've got videos planned and stuff like that. So just hold on tight and, well, you'll see what I've been cooking for the past few days. Other than the video that you are currently watching right now. This has been in the works for a couple of days now. It's absolutely an insanity how much resources you need for something like this. Again, just another reason why creative mode is basically a godsend in Super Flat Worlds. Alright. Minecraft feels a bit weird when music doesn't play for a little while. It's kind of creepy, isn't it? It's got that eerie stillness to it. It's especially worse in the Super Flat World because, well, just look at that. It's like staring into an abyss. Although the abyss is dead bright and it's full of creatures. One thing that I hope gets added eventually is the ability to tame the rabbits. That'd be nice. Maybe maybe they can give you some type of bonus. For example, dogs, you hit an enemy and it will, you know, go after them unless it's a creeper. Cats will scare away creepers, and parrots will mimic hostile entities. So you know to stay away from them, because if the parrot can hear them, that probably means they're very close. So maybe the the rabbit. Apologies. Maybe the rabbit can give you something like jump boost. I don't know. It would just be nice to have another pet in this game, you know? You could argue that an axolotl is a pet as well. Although you're not really taming it, aren't you? Although we don't really tame real life ones either, don't we? I don't know. I'm not too familiar with the pet world. Yup. Almost there. From the looks of it, we might actually complete the outer wall. Wouldn't that be crazy? It's just a shame that you won't get to see what the inside looks like. I don't know, maybe you can come up with your own design. Keep this build alive in a way. But I won't be doing this anymore, like I said. I've burnt myself out. I no longer have the energy to do this type of stuff. I want to focus on doing things that I find to be more interesting than this. Because even I have to admit, just watching me place blocks for like hours on end isn't the most interesting thing. So yeah. This series will be put in its grave, and I'll move on to doing other things that I find more enjoyment in. Oh. A part of me wonders why it does take a little bit longer for certain features to be added into Minecraft. Like, I'm pretty sure everyone agrees that, you know, if they told everyone that the mob vote was like, hey, if you want this mob to come in faster, then vote for this one and the others will come on a later date. Or something like that. Although, are we ever gonna get the first group, right? You know, the, what was it called? There was like a blaze type creature that was in one of the mod boats. There was also a deep sea one as well. And then there was one that would appear in the deserts and destroy your stuff if you were to accidentally throw them on the ground or try to bite you. All of them are still pretty cool. I still feel like they should be added at some point. Just maybe change up some of their features, like the copper golem. Because I'll say it again, I believe that all of those mob votes deserve another chance, right? That's just how it is. They deserve to have a nice little rework and, you know, just something that makes them stand out from what their original forms were. I still think the Phantom was the worst one, though. Like, what does this thing even do? It annoys you when you try to go to sleep? Wow, that's cool. Very much needed. Yeah, sure, you can get some white dye from it, and also it repairs your elytra. But still, I do not like that creature. I do not like it in the slightest. I do not think it should have ever existed. But that's just my humble opinion, obviously. And I can be wrong about things, which is why when I am wrong and you tell me, I'm like, oh shit. And I correct myself. That's the reason why I took down that video on the transfers, because I was like, this information is wrong, I don't like it, I'm gonna remove it. I shouldn't keep up a video that I personally do not agree with anymore. And videos can age poorly too, right? That's just how it is. I just like to admit to things rather than pretend that I'm this, you know, amazing saint of a person and I only tell the truth and so on and so forth. Right. Almost there now. In case you are curious, what I was gonna do is on these corners right here, I was gonna place those quartz pillars, right? And then once it reached a certain height, I'd keep making it smaller and smaller. That's what the the exterior of the castle would have looked like. Try to picture it in your head if you can. As for what I would put on the inside, I do not know. It would require an insane amount of wool, and like I said, I just can't do that. It it would like annoy me on how many sheep I would have to find and shear, and also get the correct dyes for it. So on and so forth. I would just not like that. And also, getting the quartz from the nether would be an absolute pain too. So, that's just another reason as to why I don't want to do it. Alright. Almost there. Oops. I don't know about, I don't know if it's just me, but has the newer songs in Minecraft been playing a lot more frequently than the old ones? I don't know if that's just me, but I swear there's a lot of times when the new ones will play over the old stuff. I'm not saying that the new stuff is bad, obviously. It's just that I kind of have an attachment to the old music. I just find it to be a lot more soothing and nostalgic. Nostalgia is one hell of a drug. Almost there. Oh, I didn't check to see if the new update had a new music disc. Sometimes new music discs are added, sometimes they don't add new music discs. In very rare cases, some music discs get removed. For example, I'm pretty sure there was one called Dog. I'm pretty sure you cannot play that song in the game anymore, but again, I could be wrong about that. Let me know if you can actually play that song in the game somehow. Also, I think they should change the method of getting music discs too. Some music discs you can find in chests in the nether, for example Pig Step. But the other method is getting a creeper to explode other mobs. I'm very confused by that one. I still don't think it was a very good idea. Oh. Well, would you look at that, everyone? We finally completed the outer wall of this build. And I think I actually grinded out way too much cobblestone for this. Oh well. That's it then. I know it was a bit of a shame not getting to see what the rest of this build would look like. Again, you can take up my mantle, if you will, and try completing this build for yourself. Either in survival or creative mode. It's entirely up to you. For now though, thank you so much for sticking with me throughout this series, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye!